I don't know what happened. I lost you. So then I went on speaker and I found you, and then you texted me, and I was listening up until I texted you back that I was dialing.
Okay, great. And speaker was okay then?
Yeah, no, it was fine.
No, because it's been like
Speaking
3 weeks.
It actually came right on instantly.
Speaking of dialing, let's give everybody our number again. It's 646-595-3275. Felix and Dr. Marc are here to listen to your comments, take your questions. So we do have other news, by the way. Felix, why don't you tell everybody what went on last week in parts of Europe?
Well, let's see, in France, some guy chopped off his boss's head and tried to blow up an American company. Took his head and hung it up on a fence where he worked. Let's see, then it was Liberia, I guess. I think 37 tourists got killed by
on a beach.
On the beach while they were swimming and having a good time. ISIS took credit for that. ISIS took credit for a bombing of a mosque in Kuwait, and I believe also there were 30 or so fatalities. I think they had a hell of a week, those people.
You know, I saw on the news today before I came over here, a Canadian citizen is fighting for ISIS, and he said, you know, he was radicalized over the internet, and he said, you know, if you can't come and fight, then give money, you know, support the cause. And unfortunately, this has become a big problem. You know, the what they call the lone wolf, you know, person acting on his own totally, who's been radicalized by listening to or reading things on the internet, who just wants to shake things up, you know, make a name for himself and make sure that people know, you know, that ISIS is still around and there's someone to be reckoned with.
And there definitely are. Some good news, the 2 convicts who escaped jail upstate New York were both caught, 1 killed and 1 wounded. So now the neighborhoods up there can rest a little easier.
Yeah, the people in upstate New York, they weren't used to all this excitement.
Yeah, well, you know, these guys were pretty nasty characters. Then, what other news did we have?
In North Carolina, there's been an increase in shark attacks on the beaches for some reason. They don't understand why.
They said that because of the turtles' mating season, the turtles mate, not mate, but they go lay an egg somewhere in the shores of North Carolina. The sharks are following the turtles as they're going close to the water. It's a shallow water to go on the grounds to bury their eggs, so that they think that's what's causing the sharks to come closer. They're following their, you know, what they eat, which is the turtles.
I just read something before you guys came on that they just spotted another shark in, I think, down by Jersey.
Well, listen, there's always sharks in the water. It's just how close they get.
No, but close. No, close.
Yeah.
Close to the shore. Close to, you know, inland.
No, I'm just saying, yeah.
I think it was trying to get across the George Washington Bridge, but they had all the lanes blocked off except for one, you know.
You're right. And they didn't have the toll money.
They didn't have the exact change.
They didn't.
What are you saying?
Try going over the Verrazano. What is it now? $15, $16, $17. I don't even know what it is.
The Verrazano is.
I don't pay that. I'm Staten Island resident. You get a discount. So
Well,
I
you're
pay like
Staten
$6
Island.
to go over the bridge.
Was it cost $6? $6
For me,
each,
it costs $6
each way. Or round trip.
one way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, one way. That's
Pay
a
one
round
way.
trip.
You only pay one way.
I know, so that's a round trip, basically. Yeah. Well,
And then in the state of Washington, they've had this brush fire that's been spreading, you'll excuse the expression, like wildfire. They're so dry in the West Coast there that it doesn't take much to fan the flames. You know, most of the people who got out said they barely had like 30 minutes notice. You know, they didn't have much time to collect very many things out of their home. You know, they just got into their cars and they ran.
yeah, the only other thing that really is in Taiwan, that had an explosion in a water park.
Really?
Yeah. I think maybe 300 people were taken to the hospital of burns. And I think so far one died, maybe more. I haven't been following it. They were throwing some kind of it was like a light show, and they were throwing something at the audience, some kind of a powder, and the powder ignited.
Oh, God.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, that was another one. What else of interest? But are you going to stay with the Catholic Church, Elisa?
Yeah, I'm staying with them. I mean, I converted. It's too late to go back. I mean, obviously I could if I wanted to, but I enjoy going to church and listening. Is I say the prayers. I go with Samantha. I mean, I'm bringing her up Catholic. I might as well continue.
You know what I think? You know what I think you should do? I think when you go to Bible study on Wednesday, I really think that you should talk to whoever is in charge. I don't know if it's a priest or a deacon.
It's neither. It's just a regular person.
Okay, I think you should
It's
start.
like it's a CCD class for adults. That's exactly what it is.
Well, I
As a
think
matter of fact, I'm starting to teach it now.
I think you should, start a dialogue. You know, I mean, we know the church has their views, but I mean, give the congregants a chance to voice their opinions. I'm sure there are some people who...
Oh no, we do that on Wednesday nights.
What was
we
that?
do, and as a matter of fact, we have we do that on Wednesday nights. I mean, we get into some heavy discussions and conversations, and the deacon sometimes is there with us. And I'm going to try to, if I go this week, because I don't know what I'm doing if I'm going Wednesday.
No, you may have a couple of funerals to go to.
Well, my friend, two of them are down in Florida. They were gonna bring Howie, that's who had the 3 heart attacks. They were gonna bring his body up here and bury him up here, but they decided that instead of doing all that, they're gonna do a memorial down in Florida. He's not actually getting buried; he's getting cremated, and then his sister is gonna come back because she lives here in Long Island, and she's gonna sit on Thursday and Friday, and I guess part of Saturday she's gonna sit. And
No, you don't sit on Saturday.
That's it.
It will be Thursday
Saturday
and Friday
night.
and 1 hour on Sunday.
No, she says Saturday night, after dark. Which is, listen.
So that's for that one. The other
Hey,
one,
listen.
like I said, is in Florida.
What happened?
Nothing.
So I don't know if I'm going Wednesday or not.
All right.
Also, I found out that they're doing something down at the beach on Wednesday night, so I may want to take Samantha to it.
What are they doing? Anything good?
Huh?
What are they doing?
I think they're shooting off fireworks.
Yeah,
Okay.
pre 4th of July.
Probably.
Wednesdays-
well, I think
Wednesdays
here
are usually
in
fireworks
Staten Island
days.
they do it every Wednesday night. Like every
Yeah.
Friday night they do the fireworks at Coney Island. I think they're doing it here.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Although, one mouthful would have told me I had the wrong,
Yeah.
wrong one. Wouldn't be the first time.
No. So, let's see. What else do we have to cover?
Can we cover something in sports?
Sure.
What do you think about LeBron becoming a free agent?
Is that what he said?
It's done. I think as of today.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that he won't re-sign with Cleveland. Okay. Maybe that the fact that he went public with that is just a matter of, seeing how much exposure it gets, and if clubs are serious about trying to sign him,
What the
how much money are they going to offer him? But he, when he came back to for public exposure,
Well, you never know. Money speaks loudly.
Seriously think
Money
seriously think he's gonna become a Knick.
Well, I
That's
hate to
my
tell
honest
him,
opinion.
it's going to take more than just him to lift the Knicks, out of the doldrums. I think if he's going to go anywhere, he's going to go with a team. He may go with a team. Well, obviously, he's going to go with a team that can afford him, and one where,
to bring a championship.
yeah, and unless the Knicks do some heavy trading, I don't think that they're playoff material for a while.
Well, that's true. I'll give you that.
When their own people are complaining about their what they did in the draft.
Don't forget, the Knicks were well on their way to getting the first-round draft pick until the last week or so of the season, and they won like 3 or 4 games, and that like ruined it for them.
Right.
Anyway, this is the time we always take a break and play a song. We're playing songs from iPluggers, as you probably have heard before. Today's group is called Imperial State Electric. The song is called All Over My Head. And let's go see what they sound like.
I keep forgetting I really do try. Only over my head, oh, just in my mind. Is that bigot holding only in me? Another black cat crossing over my street, or am I so out of touch with reality? I don't seem to see the sign.